Good YouTubing, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this review. And as always, we'd like to thank our viewers and our subscribers, because without you, we're not us. So let's talk about McFarlane Toys Digital, DC Direct, Dr. Fate. This is available now, and the links are down in the basement. Guys, let me know something in the comments. Being that there's a Platinum Edition and a regular edition, which one will you be purchasing? Or are you going to purchase both? Let us know in the comments. But right now, let's go ahead and roll them off the stand and let's get started. And for the packaging, this is nothing new to us. We've seen this many times before with McFarlane Toys Digital, but if you haven't, let's take a look at it. On top, you see the 22 parts of articulation, and if you look at the very top of the packaging, you can see the open window with the McFarlane Toys Digital logo on the top there. And if you look at the front of the packaging, you can see the McFarlane Toys Digital logo on one side, and in the other corner, you can see the DC Direct with the McFarlane Toys logo on the other corner. Let's take a look at the bottom, the Justice League of America, Dr. Fate. Also, you can see the logo of the Platinum Edition in the silver color there, right? And the ages. If you look on one side panel, it's going to have an open area window where you can see on the side. And if you look on the other side panel, you're going to have the McFarlane Toys Digital logo with Dr. Fate, DC, the Silver Age, and the DC logo on the bottom as well. So let's take a look at the back side. All right, on the back side, there's the DC Direct on the top corner, the ages, and you can see the figure with some comic books. That blue color, you see comic books in the background kind of faded in with it. But the figure itself is from the, I think it's 1940 Dr. Fate. I think that's what it was, the original picture there. But if you look at the original picture from the McFarlane version, the little parts are not right. There's some of it's wrong. He has a spot on a few things, but it deals with his cape on his shoulders. He's lacking that. If you look at the figure of McFarlane's figure, he doesn't have the flare of the cape on his shoulders. I think he's missing just that. But other than that, it looks pretty decent. But that will do it for the packaging. And for the inside of the packaging, once you take the bubble out, you can see in the background, you do have your digital card there, your trading card, and your action figure base. I keep the action figure base in plastic, and the cards stay in plastic as well. If I want to check it out, I go online if I want to check out the bio. And that will do it for the inside of the packaging. So let's take a look at the appearance. I'm gonna throw some photos up here. I'll throw the one McFarlane has of the regular version. I'll throw that up, and I'll throw the picture from the 1940s where Dr. Fate was first appeared. So you see those two together, right? Because this is what we're looking at. Both figures are from the attire from the 1940 version, right? Okay, if you look closely. So let's look at it. Okay, so we don't have to compare it to the McFarlane one. We know that this is the same buck. It's the same figure. Everything's the same, it's just painted different, right? Okay, maybe the cape is different, of course, but same thing, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the helmet. You see it there, very nicely done. It has the ears coming out. We do like that. And you also see the eyes that are white inside. Love that. And the ear on the other side. It looks like the helmet is on, and you got the brushed gold like you do on all parts of the figure is gold. Same paint there, okay? We do see the cape. That is very nice. And if you look at the collar there, that's going to be pointed out and folded. And then the emblem there, just like you see in the photo, right? Okay, big gauntlets, gold, nice color. And then you're going to have the big diaper. As you can see in the photo, it has the big diaper with the square, right? Okay, that's all gold. Okay, gauntlets looking pretty decent. And there's your hands. They're okay. They have... they're quite all right. It's like the hands were just dipped in the gold and that was it. They're okay. All right, let's go to the boots. The boots look pretty decent. Got the gold look to them as well. And brush gold and nothing to it really, right? So and the figure's all this navy blue color. Like you see in Black Adam, the new Black Adam, you see it there. And if you look at a couple comics in the early 2000s, he had this color as well, right? But what this attire is the old 1940 version, okay? Because the big diaper screams it with that square big time and the folded collar, okay? And that will do it for the appearance. Let's go ahead and measure them up. We'll start with the inches first. On the inches, be right under 7 1/4. Okay, just right under it with the helmet. All right, and on the centimeter side, should be right below or right at 18 centimeters, a little bit over with the helmet. That's where he's at, and that's where he's standing. Let's scale him up. We'll throw in a couple figures. You see Darkseid in the background there. That's nice to have a mega figure just to give you that idea. Here is Hawkman, same scale, and you're looking at Black Adam there, same scale. So look at them all four together, especially with the large figure. It's good to have that just to get that comparison on the size, which looks really good here. And then you look at Hawkman and Black Adam, of course, they're gonna fit just fine. Not on the same line, but on the same movie, right? If you're looking at the new movie that came out earlier, but it still looks pretty good to me. You could throw a couple other figures in here, and I think you'll do just fine with the Dark Fate and other figures of that nature. Especially the mega figures, they look pretty decent too, as we see here. But you get the idea. Okay. All right, for the points of articulation, let's go. POA. Starting with the head first, you see the head, right? We got the ball and socket, no latch, just a ball and socket. That's why you have limited ups, and your down's gonna be okay because of the collar. Good enough. You do have tilts, right? And your rotations are endless. Good enough. Let's go to the cape. Cape is wired on two sides, not the bottom. Nothing here. Ribbon-like material, very nice. Okay, let's go to the shoulders. Shoulder is going to be on the ball and socket, and they have the latch system of their own, which rotate inside the joint there. There you go. Very nice. And you see the cut on top of the bicep, and that does swivel. Very smooth there. And we know we have the double jointed arms. You see the pins, double jointed, push them in, and there you have it. Pretty simple. Okay, no accessories with the figures. That means no extra hands. So these are stuck on the figure. And the gauntlets here, they're PVC. And the hands, they also rotate, and they have latches of their own. They have the strange latches that I do not like. You can see that, if I can get you to see that. You see the little latch there? Not a fan of that. That breaks very easy. Just give me a regular latch and I'll be fine with that. They got to do away with this two system pin. This breaks a lot. Not great, okay? Very smooth, and that's the same on both sides. Okay, and let's go for the middle of the figure here by the lower sternum. You do have rotations, which is very smooth. Nice. And below, below the waist, on top of the diaper, you have rotations as well. Very nice. Okay, let's go to the legs. The legs are on the click fly system. You do have the click and they fly out. Okay, let's go for the double jointed knees. There they are, quite simple, big pins, hidden kind of well. It's not bad, it's hidden. All right, same on both sides. And let's go to the feet. There's no calf rotations, nothing there, but you do have feet that are on rockers, right? And they do have their own latch system. And of course they have the pivot in the toe, right? Gotta love the pivot in the toe. So the character here is not bad on the articulation. It's the buck. This buck we have seen many times before with Supermans, Batmans, all kinds of figures. So this is not new to us, so we know it moves fairly decent. Okay, so for me, that'll do it for the articulation. For the pros and cons, my cons would be no accessories, no magic effect, no extra pair of hands, no head sculpt. That's very disappointing for a Platinum Edition, okay? And for my pros, I do think the figure looks good. Love the coloring, love the sculpting, do love that nice cape, right? We love the nice cape with the wire. So for me, the figure itself would have to get a 3 out of 5 stars. Guys, let me know what your stars are.
And you guessed it, you can get it at McFarlaneToyStore.com. Just visit McFarlaneToyStore.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out! And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.